Right. So we have a kind of we are at the beginning, and I don't want to spend the whole time discussing biryani and doma. So let's go further.
Yes.
And if there is any other questions, pictures, recipes, you are free. And after the call, share whatever you like. Let others know about what you
Right.
shared here. Right. So
Okay.
who's next? Who's next?
Me,
Everybody, because
if you
yeah,
want.
Fatima Zara will tell us something
Fatima.
interesting about Morocco. Right.
Okay. What I like the most in my country, Morocco, Moroccan food, as is known internationally, is very delicious, like pastilla, made with chicken or seafood for big events like weddings. Also, tagine, made with meat and plum uh, or fish, and couscous, especially we eat it on Friday with Liban. It's uh, it's like milk. You know Leban.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
we eat it with the couscous, with the vegetables and uh, I don't know the name in English, with yams, beef and onions. It's very delicious. We put vegetables on
Yeah.
couscous, and also there is uh, it's um, it's sweetie. Don't know how to translate. Also, besides that, I like the nature of landscapes. If you want to travel, you can go where you want. There are oases, deserts, beaches. There is uh, Mediterranean ocean, and also there are two types of sea in Morocco, especially in Tangier, when you can find the intersection between these two types of sea.
Is it a
Uh,
city? Tangier? Is it a city?
yeah, in the north
Or
of Morocco. Yeah, it's
north
near
of
from
Morocco?
it's no it's near from
Okay.
Spain. Yeah, and
Oh,
in Tangier there is uh, it's like signal made with wood, and it's if I found the picture where it's mentioned the Mediterranean and the other sea, I will share with you. Where is
yeah.
you?
So
Yeah, you can find
now, yeah, I have an interesting question. I mean,
yeah,
you said Tangier is in. It's not wrong. Just I mean, Tangier is in the north of Morocco, right?
yeah, exactly.
Is it? It's near to Spain. You said.
Yeah, it's near to Spain.
So
Is in the north of Africa. The localization of Morocco is it's strategic. It's between
mm,
Europe and Africa. It's near
yeah.
from Spain. In the other side, there is Algeria and Mauritania. So
Oh,
it's really strategic.
it
This
is.
is yeah. This is why it was colonized by France and Spain.
Yeah, yeah. Because because why am I asking? Because I have this idea, like every Arab country is in the Middle East. You know. Now, when you said like, I've got no idea. So for that reason, I asked you. So right,
Yeah,
some very good. We talked geography. We talked food. Anything
yeah.
else?
Okay, what I was to want to precise is that Morocco spans from the Mediterranean Sea and Atlantic Ocean on the north and the west, respectively, into large mountainous areas in the interior, to the Sahara Desert in the far south. So it's
Oh,
a very it's strategic place. Also, what I like the most about my country is the different dialects. Uh,
different dialects.
yeah,
So, can you tell us about the population? How many people in Morocco? Moroccan people, the population.
population is Morocco in the latest what we
In how?
say. Yeah, in the late in 2019 it was 36. Now it's 40
Million.
million. Yeah,
Oh, 40. It's the same as Iraq, around 40 millions.
yeah,
Um, right. We have something in common. Oh, right.
yeah. And there are.
Yeah.
You want to add something?
Yeah, not at all. I mean, just go on if you have something.
Yeah.
Want to continue?
There is Arabs and also what we say Amazigh, Berber people who who um, who talk different dialects.
Oh,
Yeah,
Actually,
so that there is.
sorry. Okay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just want to. Okay, thank you. Like Berber is like they are the native population of Morocco. They aren't. There's noise. Zara, can you mute please just for a moment?
Okay.
Thank you. Um, so I was saying that um, Berber, they are our Amazigh. They are um, the native population of Morocco, different language, which is not Arab, of course. It's Amazigh, so it's totally different for me. I can understand it. Um, so yes, so this is another thing. Like I would say, Morocco is really diverse in many aspects, as Fatima Zahra said, like nature. So there are beaches, like so many beautiful beaches in the north and in the west, as Fatima said, Fatima Zahra, like the Atlantic Sea and the the Mediterranean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. Actually, for me, I prefer the Mediterranean Sea. It's calmer and the water is is warmer than the Atlantic Ocean. And also for food, it's also diverse. You find so many different food, like every region, because we have regions, had its own food, its own dialect. I assume it's the same thing for you in Iraq and Egypt and all the countries. So there are so many dialects and so many different type of food depends on the region. So yes, so sorry Fatima Zahra. Just I wanted to add those things because you didn't
No,
leave anything
Yeah.
for me.
no problem.
Just
What I
saying.
want to add
Yeah.
that is, for example, when you go to Tangier or north, in the north of Morocco, they have their own dialects, and you can, and also it's different from Sahara dialect or Arabat dialect. It's not the same. So
Oh,
you can recognize people from their own dialects, and also there is Amazighi dialect. It's it's other category of dialects.
oh. These are really interesting facts. I've had no idea.
Yeah.
So everybody, geography, dialects, food, from Fatima Zara. And thanks for the clarification from Yam. There is, you said, that this dialect people called Berber or Amazigh. You said.
Yes,
Yes.
Barbar or
Mm.
Amazigh
Oh,
in
so
Arabic.
is it a bilingual? I don't know. Is Morocco a bilingual country? I mean, do you have more than, I believe, like Arabic and French? Is there another language, or
Yes,
you
there is.
you consider?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. I said I like Iraq, and here we have two languages, like Arabic and Kurdish. They are two for formally. It's not like not I don't. There is, the the Kurdi language, mostly in the Kurdistan region. Okay, and the
Yeah.
rest is, speak Arabic. So what is the case in Morocco? Is it the
The
same
Oh,
kind of, some cities talks like talk like in this dialect, other, French. Um,
yes, yes. In Morocco, um the language number one is Arabic, and there is also Amazigh. It's the official language is Arabic. Also, there is Amazighi language and French and English. And in the north of Morocco, there is
French.
Spanish language.
oh, wow.
In the
Fatima,
place
Wow.
of English in our region, there is Spanish in the north of Morocco.
Oh,
mhm. Fatima,
really
she's talking
interesting.
about like the languages that are spoken here, but the official languages are Arabic, like the first language, followed
Oh,
by French language because first like it's the language that we use at university that we study with, and we use
And
it at work.
at work also French. Yeah.
Yeah, we use it at work. So it's really everywhere, French language here in Morocco. And concerning Amazigh, first, I would say the last 10 years, I think, it becomes an official language. It wasn't at first.
no.
So lately we can it like it is taught in our schools, just 10 years ago. Yes, it is like different. It's not it's hard. Actually, I haven't the chance to learn it at school, but it is nice, because there are so many people that speak Amazigh. Because as I told you, they are the native population. Uh,
Oh,
and like the interesting thing that you find those people, the Amazigh, they are like, of course they speak their language and they are like very fluent in Arabic. And I say, wow, like
hmm.
how they can do that. Yes. You can differentiate if they are Arab or not based on their
Oh,
language. They are like tabarakallah, like I'm always like surprised. So yeah, maybe I will learn it in the future. It will be nice to speak another language. It is a language, not a dialect actually. It's different.
it is a
Yeah.
language, not a dialect. Yeah,
Yeah,
because so
yeah, it is.
really interesting stuff. Really,
And
I'm kind
Spanish,
of
sorry.
pleased to know all these things about Morocco. I've got
Yeah,
no idea.
yeah,
But I'm
yeah,
hoping that we could talk more and more. I still have some questions, but I'll leave
yeah,
it to
sure.
another class because I'm still want to hear from
From others.
others. Like,
Yeah,
what do
sure.
they have? Right.
Yeah.
So who's next, everybody?
Just want to say like there's another language which is Spanish in the north. So
Yeah,
we don't.
very interesting. I mean, there are. Uh,
Yeah,
I
like
thought,
there are
because there's Arabic and there's French and that's it. But now
no,
there's
no,
Spanish, there's this
no,
kind of language that recently becoming kind of official language. And they
exactly.
speak Arabic very fluently, you said. You can't,
Yes,
know
yes,
if they, usually from like if someone speaks in a language, especially adults, there's the impact of the mother tongue language. Ah, good.
Muntadar, what I want to add also is that in Morocco, Moroccan people can speak every language fluently. They are like, if they speak French, it's like they are French. They speak English, it's like they are
Mm.
British. It's and it's from our dialects. The Moroccan dialect is very, for other people is very difficult. So it's
It is.
you can articulate your mouth and your thoughts as you want. So it's you can adapt as the language you want to learn it.
Yeah, this is a good point. I mean,
Yeah.
linguistically talking, you said very interesting thing, like linguistically talking. If you have like a language or a dialect, you speak a dialect. There are, I mean, in like if I compare between Iraq and let's say Egypt, right? So there is, in Iraqi dialect, you have the ch sound, you have the v sound, right? You have the j sound. But like in Egypt, I don't. They don't use like the ch sound. So there is some advantage when you want to learn a language like English because you already have it in your dialect. So Fatima said, in Moroccan, it's kind of um, what I got from you. You have like these sounds, so it's kind of easier to learn the language if you have like these components in your own dialect or in your own language. So who's next, everybody? I'm hoping that we are going to continue this series, learning more about Morocco dialects and all that. But let's be brief today, so we can um, tackle the next topic.
Okay, thank you.
Fatima, you want talking?
Yeah. Um, Actually, I have terrible connection, so I just want to make sure. Can you hear me?
I
Yes.
do, I do.
Okay. Okay.
But
So
right, so I'm gonna leave you for 5 minutes. Just feel free to talk to each other. Just
okay.
and then I'll get back to you hopefully soon.
Okay. Take your
yeah,
time.
okay, yes, take your time.
Okay, yeah, I told you something yesterday about my country.
You
Anyone
did,
remember
right?
this? Yeah,
Yeah, you did. You
beside
said
that,
when
I
you
remember.
moved to
Mm,
another town and how people were kind and
yeah,
helpful.
and
Right.
beside that, the most thing I love about my country is the pyramids. If
Pyramids.
anyone,
Yeah.
yeah, because
Very,
Egypt,
very popular.
yeah, Egypt
Mm-hmm.
has become well known for its ancient culture, and famous
Mm.
monuments like the pyramids. I'm so
Right.
fascinated about the pyramids, to be honest. Every time I go to the pyramids, it feels like
Oh,
just the first time. Every time I be surprised at the first time. I don't know why. And maybe because
how
when
many
I,
times you've been there?
yeah, it feels the first time. I be surprised and shocked about the height of the pyramids. Um, the height of the Great Pyramid is like a guesstimate of 150 meters. So it's so big. And what else? As you know, the Great Pyramids of Giza is one of the seven wonders. Do you know that?
Yeah. I mean, the
Yeah,
pyramids are very, very all over the world and very popular. It's kind of
yeah,
the when you say Egypt pyramids, the next
yeah.
word comes to your mind.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it
everybody
is
knows
very
about it.
right. I
And
mean,
anyone here know what makes it so incredible like this? Anyone can speak.
what makes the pyramid so
Yeah,
right? So
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just talking.
No, no. Go ahead.
But can you repeat the question because I really didn't get fully.
yeah. I said what makes the pyramid so incredible like this? Why it is,
Well, thousands of years, and
yeah, 5,000 years
still,
before.
yeah. I mean,
The
really what,
architecture of the
yeah, the
pyramids.
architecture,
Yeah,
Yeah,
5,000 years. This is yeah, very
is
intriguing, and not just
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
yeah,
the life, I guess the civilization back then, and kind of
yeah.
it's a
And when you,
collection of yeah, it's a kind of collection of things,
mm,
and the key is kind of the pyramid, when you say the pyramid, all
yeah,
of these things,
exactly.
came to your mind.
definitely.
And when you
And
think
There is a
like, no,
poem.
no, we am go ahead. Okay,
Yeah, there's a poem
speak.
we studied. Uh, I'm sorry. It's kind
no,
of
no, that's
uh,
fine. That's no, that's fine. I just
yeah. I
want to
just want.
like only yeah, you just want.
Yeah, I wanted to close with this mentioning this poem that we studied in the first stage. Very, very strong. Because when you look, you admire these pyramids and you admire the architecture,
Right.
and but really the people who've done this, I mean, I wonder. I mean, really, probably they weren't very good people. I mean, I believe maybe thousands of people were suffering to build this monument.
Yeah, one hundred
It's
thousand,
built.
100,000 people, I think. I said it right.
Yeah, so it's built upon the suffering of human beings, like some.
Um,
Uh, this is
And
kind of
they,
sad if you look at it.
yeah, they used
Um,
the
that's true.
techniques were so advanced, like statistics and a lot of things we figure out recently. So,
Yes. Mm,
and they built it before the technology and all of that.
yeah,
mhm.
I'm with you. I agree.
Yeah,
The smartness and the cleverness of a human being, and how
yeah.
they, able to build and to use all of the God's creation to the
and there is quality in the
you know
construction.
we don't
Yeah,
forget the humanity side of things. I mean, um, so many people died, so many people suffered, to build these things. I mean,
Yes.
are
exactly.
are these really worthy? I mean, just this poem really very powerful poem by the British poet, I believe his name Percy B. Shelley. Famous poet, British romantic
Famous
poet.
genres.
Yeah,
Yes.
Percy B. Shelley. You know the Frankenstein, this monster. The story of this monster, cartoon,
Uh,
very popular story, Frankenstein.
Frankenstein,
Um, now,
like the one who. All right, sorry.
yeah, so
Uh,
his wife is Mary Shelley. Mary Shelley wrote this classic novel when she was 19, 18, 17, something like that. So
yeah.
yeah, it's kind of both are married, and Mary Shelley and Percy B. Shelley, and both of them are poets, writers, and well known for some of very genius works. Like Mary Shelley, very famous for Frankenstein, this monster. I've never read the story, but it's very popular. I still remember in my childhood the cartoon of it, and it's a classic novel, but it's very genius that she wrote this classic novel when she was like 17 to about 17, 18, something like that. But
I
this
just want to ask
poet,
you, do you, excuse me for interruption. I just wanted to ask you, which poem do you mean? Do you mean Ozymandias?
yeah, about to tell them about this poem, Ozymandias. It's about
Yeah,
maybe I'll share it with you because there is an animation narration to this poem, very strong. But I still remember the theme. The theme is you build these pyramids, and you kind of
yeah,
it's there is lines on the on the pyramid or something like that that tell a story of a pharaoh. This pharaoh is saying, I'm the greatest. Just look at my creation, something like that. But at the end, nothing will remain. Nothing will remain. Not even you. You will.
yeah,
I, there is a kind of moral theme. Focus on doing good and rather than doing, so-called the great.
right.
Um, right. I'm gonna share with you the poem, and hopefully you will. It's strong. I mean, I've studied this poem 4 years ago. 4 years ago, and I still remember it very well, very vivid in my memory, because it's very strong. Right.
Thank you.
But
It's sweet.
yeah. Right. Asma, anything else you would like to add?
Well,
No,
I'd love to, I'm sorry, Asma was talking, I'm sorry, I lost
go
my
ahead, go ahead.
connection. I'd love to share my opinion about my country, but I think the time is late right now, so maybe tomorrow, inshallah.
Oh, so you haven't? I thought you told them during my absence.
No,
Oh, you haven't. Right. So
yes.
yeah, but let me just finish with Asma. If she has anything to add, anything, any another wonder she
Mm,
wants to mention.
yeah, there is a lot of things, but this one I wanted to share with you.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. And yeah, hopefully in the future
Thank you,
classes we are
Asma.
going to expand. If anyone likes to mention more, you are very welcome to do so. Now,
okay.
Fatima, you want to, but before going to Fatima, there is something with I interrupted Wiam when she was talking. So
No,
yeah,
no, that.
Wiam, you wanted to say something.
Oh no, that's okay. Asma already said it. I was just want to tell like how could they um build such an amazing structure with like back with like simple tools, and like it's amazing. And also like interesting point that you've mentioned, Muntada, about like the suffering. It is an amazing structure that has been a result of some that has been built over the suffering from others and the death of many people. So yes, thank you for sharing, Asma, and for reminding us
Yeah, you're
of
welcome.
that. And also
And
thank
by
you
the
for
way,
yeah, yes, please.
yeah, Muntadir, where are you from?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm from Iraq. I'm from Iraq.
Okay,
Like
yeah, there is three from Iraq and two from Morocco, right?
Mhm,
I'm
yes,
well, there is
the only
three
one
from Iraq.
from Egypt.
Asma from Egypt.
Yeah, the only Egyptian lady. It is you here, right?
Yeah,
But actually, we have Rehab from Egypt, but she's not.
really.
Yeah, there is Rehab here in the group. She's a teacher from Egypt. She attended like once or twice. I'm hoping that she can't.
Okay,
She texted me. I told her about to attend, but I don't know. Maybe she has something to do this time. Yeah, we do have from Egypt. We do have from Egypt some people. Mm.
Okay.
Now, anyone? Hopefully, we didn't leave anyone behind. All of you talked about your favorite interesting stuff.
Fatima, not yet.
Fatima, would you like
Yeah.
to introduce us to your favorite thing?
Well, I have, excuse me, I have a bad connection, so I think it's better to share it tomorrow. And the time is
Right.
late, so um,
Yeah, yeah,
I think it's
totally.
better to start with our lesson. I mean, articles, right? Very
Well,
useful topic because I've been struggling with using the. So I'd love to hear to start.
yeah, yeah, we will. We
Yeah.
will. If not today, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the next week. So we will get to that. Um, right.
Okay. Is
Um,
there every day a class or what is the system?
yeah, it is. It is kind of every day there is a class. So
Mm.
far we are good. I mean, this is the like we're doing over a week, I believe, over a week. Um, it's an everyday class. Um,
Oh, when
sorry,
did you
Fal, I
start
was
this?
playing on your nerve. I'm kind of I don't mean to. We will get to your favorite thing. We will get to your articles. Yeah, right. So, Asma, you were talking.
Yeah, I said, when did you start this group or to start?
Well, it's
Yeah,
not it's a kind of very fresh group, just like less than about 10 days, probably 10 days,
really?
2 weeks. Yeah,
Okay,
very new.
great.
Because the thing that
And
we had, like, I had several groups on WhatsApp, on Hello Talk,
mm,
I don't know other places. So, and we were doing the class on Zoom, but not very much. I mean, there are hundreds of in the groups, but kind of five like today, five or sometimes even two attended the kind of five like today, five or sometimes even two attended the Zoom class. So I thought of doing this class just for those who are really genuinely want to learn, want to have like these daily conversations, exchanging, learning, and all. Yeah. So yeah, it's a kind of a new, fresh group. Right. So
Thank
we'll
you,
spend just a few
Muqtadar.
minutes. Yeah. Anything? Fatima is talking, right?
Yeah, thank you for to be the admin of this group and for creating
Ah,
to thank you very much.
no, don't mention it. It's absolutely my pleasure. So let's just spend some minutes with with today's topic. It's about have you read the quotes? Very light, short quote. Have you read it? Everybody,
Yeah,
have you
Yes.
read the quote?
I did.
Yes.
You know,
Beautiful.
nature does not read everything is accomplished. Uh,
So
okay,
beautiful.
so I'm just gonna just introduce it with upon it. Basically, you look at nature, you look at the trees, you look